Hello everyone, this is LW Gaming and welcome to a new type of video I've been wanting to make for so long, ever since the upload of Mythos Z's top favorite heroes. I don't remember how many are there, but I think top 5, I believe. But anyways, this video is basically my version of that. And of course, I'll be splitting this in 3 different editions. This video we're going to talk about DPS edition, and this will go to player goes for heroes who are part of this DPS category in the top 5. And there are also some honorable mentions as well, which unfortunately these ones do not make it into my top 5, but they are worth mentioning as somewhat my favorite characters, but doesn't really make it. So anyways, let's start with a list. So on the 5th place we have Elwyn, and Elwyn is my first summon SSR hero at the very beginning of the game, and he has excellent DPS and he can self sustain long enough to be frontline. Pretty capable of doing that in the beginning of the game. And also, fun fact, he can carry you the entire PVE content if you know how to use him well. And he also comes with his SP class, which you can obtain at a later level if you're just starting out. I would say Elwyn is a good choice for your first SSR, but you can get Cherie if it's your first time playing it. So yeah, in his SP class, it gave him a shine in Apex Arena for some time until SP Leon arrives, and then of course Andriel or Andy. And to this day, he is sort of usable if you have no one else in PvP. And also, like I said earlier, Elwyn used to be my number 1 favorite hero, but since the game has introduced more characters, or more heroes in fact, he is falling off of my ranking. And now he is in top 5, like the 5th one in fact. Yeah, kind of sad this happens, but sometimes other characters that looks better and becoming my favorite is pretty natural for a lot of people, at least. Okay, coming in number 4, or 4th place, we have Gintoki Sakata. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. I'm sorry if I butchered it because I don't really watch much Gintama nowadays, but although I'll try to watch more of it because I did enjoy at least the start of the series. But anyways, let's talk about why I believe Gintoki is in my 4th place right now. He is an excellent hard hitter back in the days of his dominance in Apex Arena, and this is before Andy's release. And he can act again by having an ally killed. Well, it doesn't matter you made them die on purpose or whatever. Doesn't matter which way. As long as if they die, Gintoki will perform and act again for himself, and this will also grant him 4 stacks of the Shiroyashi stacks. And while being in the 4 stacks, he can first strike, which means that he can prevent counter damage if he can kill the enemy before they do. And additionally, Cecil H likes Gintama, and is still his anime series, I believe, his favorite one. And I have watched some of the episodes in the beginning, like I said earlier. So far, I do enjoy Gintama. And of course, for me, for more understanding, I chose English dub because for easy understanding. But of course, JP voice line is also good too. But I just prefer English whenever it's available. If it's only English sub or whatever, like JP audio, I'll just say it's whatever. I'll just watch anyway. It's just my thing. Even though if they don't have English voice, that's fine. As long as they have English sub, I'm okay with it. And coming at number 3, we have Leon. And fun fact, this spot used to belong to Andy, but I ended up changing it to Leon because I use him more in PVE. Although I'm not saying that he's not on the list anymore, is because I don't. Although in truth I don't use him much in PVE, but I do use him sometimes in PvP if I ever get to choose him. That is. Anyways, the 3rd spot goes to Leon, and he has excellent mobility, just like Andy. But he does have an upper hand in some contents in PvE though. Although I'm not saying Andy is bad in PvE, it's just that Andy is more suited for PvP. That's what I'm saying. And also the further Leon moves, the more damage he deals. Kind of. I think Andy would does something similar to that, but in order for this to work effectively, like pairing him with Leon is probably gonna be making him really broken. But although in most scenarios you don't really see Leon and Andy together. You mostly just see Andy out there in the high rank arenas. And then his XP form is where he shines. He is a monster with fire tiles after dealing AoE damage. And I often take him in Monday and Tuesday JBs, and that's about it. And his partner will be Lab Genesis and Odin Covenant for, of course, turn 1 clear in this JB. Okay, moving on to the next position. I think this one is okay. Just honorable mention. So, yep. This is one of the first honorable mentions I'm going to be talking about here before we get back to the top 5, and this one goes to Apotheosis or Apo for short, or Godham if you preferred. Anyways, he is capable of granting a self revive after transforming, and can be reobtained if you activate it again after the cooldown ends, as well as making your PvP opponent's unit to lose control, which will apply randomly, of course. And I am aware that this is Watham's new form, and I used to dislike Watham back in the day, but in the current days, not so much because he can be countered easily with other characters such as Lemia, anybody that can shoot flyers down, or in case if he's a demon, you can technically use the Dank Elmo to, of course, take him out because Holy versus Demon. Yeah, you know the deal. But Apotheosis is like a straight up upgrade of Watham, which will basically negates most of the issues that Watham has in the beginning, like class disadvantage. Yeah, with Godham, he is really strong out there in PvP, and I still use him to this day. I don't think I'm ever gonna drop him at some point because he is still powerful. Doesn't matter which new meta has shifted, Godham will always be in my box until someone overthrows him, which probably most likely LR Vargas, but or Dragon Slayer, in fact. But although I could say that they both could work together, but the thing is, we just have to see if they'll go that route. But I kind of feeling that Vargas is probably going to be a replacement for one of the tanks. I believe I'll probably say Lightbringer, or Tyrantel. But I don't think it's Tyrantel because he is still good in the current meta. But I don't know if the meta is going to shift that will make Tyrantel irrelevant. But we'll see how the game goes from there. Moving on, we got second place. We have Isolde, the Dragon Mommy, which maybe you'll call her as. And the reason why she's on this list. Oh, hold on. Okay, there we go. I don't know why the video looked like that earlier, but anyways, I am back. So, anyways, the reason why Isolde is in second place for me is because I use her quite a lot, especially in Sunday JB, and also as well as Apex Arena if I ever get a chance to use her. Because sometimes I won't be able to use her because she is banned. She can highly get banned in Apex Arena because she is just dangerous. And also she hits pretty hard. And after getting 2 wills activated, her 3C prevents enemies counterattack, which is huge. And also after 3 wills activated, she means business with 2 actions. Yeah, like I'm not even kidding. If she has all 3 wills activated, she will go to town and cause some havoc all the time. So if you ever see a solo on the field, be prepared to counter her or just die. It's just whatever it is. It's just like kind of crazy out there. And also, like I mentioned earlier, I did use her a lot in Sunday JB because of the fact that she can easily be used really well. Especially you can actually completely solo 2 groups on the first turn. Like I'm not even kidding. And then we got another honorable mention, and this one goes to Sovereign of the Ice Abyss, or known as Ice Melda by many people's call her by nickname. And the reason why I want to bring her in honorable mention is because although she's not really my favorite hero, but she's actually pretty strong out there in Apex Arena, which makes sense because She is the first LR hero in the game, and she did shake up the meta by a lot. Like, it's those people who don't have Ice Abyss, then my condolences, because she is pretty broken, honestly. Like for example, she can infinitely freeze your enemies as long as the ice terrain is still active, or when the fog overrides the thing. But if by the time when it overrides the ice, your frozen unit is pretty much dead because there's no way they can get out of there because they're frozen. And this one, I use her in both PvP and PvE. And Ice Abyss also opens up a possibility of clearing some battles in one turn, just like Friday and Saturday joint battle, which mostly is RNG oriented, but you can actually make this less RNG if you have the correct units, that is, like such as pair Ice Abyss with AO. And also, if your teammate have Mew, this could also ensure the one turn clear, which is pretty nice. And finally, the number one spot. You probably already know who exactly this one is, because she is my avatar character after all, and that character is Sakura Shinguchi. Shinguchi, or just Sakura for short. And the reason why I brought her up this high is because I'm a fan of her mainline series, which is known as Sakura Wars. I didn't know the series until their collaboration came in Langrisser. To tell the truth, and she's the main reason that kept me playing Langrisser M somewhat permanently. Which, no joke, as long as I have Sakura on my account, I have no plans of quitting the game at all. And she is my primary avatar, like I mentioned earlier. And of course, if you see someone else in the game with a similar IGN name, such as someone with the imposter's name, like LW Gaming, but stolen name, like that back in the day, check their server to make sure they're in Rocky Valley. If they're not, they're just fakers. So yeah, you don't trust them if they're fakers. So yeah, I use her a lot of times in PvE and also AI Arena mode attack team. Although you might be thinking, well, why not in Apex Arena? Well, the thing is, I really wish I liked to use her in Apex Arena, but unfortunately, due to the meta change, she's not suited there anymore. I mean that she is good back in the day, but not too great now. But although she does have a purpose though in Apex, which of course Waifu Wars, she is still usable there. And also to this day, she doesn't have casting skill yet, which to my shock, like other two characters from Sakura Wars got their casting already, but not Sakura herself. Kind of strange, right? I kind of feel Xenon is cooking something really strong for her later in the future, but we'll just have to wait and see. And also, as of currently in CN, they have not announced her casting just yet. Their recent one was with Grenier and Tiaras. So yeah, you could tell that they're probably gonna save the best for last, which they always have been. With like Elwin is the last one getting his 3C skill, something like that. But now they're gonna do that to Sakura. I kind of feeling they're gonna do it like that. So, anyways, back to why I like Sakura Wars as a whole is that speaking of Sakura Wars, I did in fact watch the latest series, known as Sakura Wars: The Animation on Funimation, which is now it's Crunchyroll after merge, which there's a bit of a drama on that one, but I'm not gonna say much about it because this is not a drama channel. Just saying. If you want to find out why is that even happening, you can check on other content creators talking about that. I'm not the person that should be speaking about why Crunchyroll and Funimation merged together. But anyways, that's it for this list of videos. Although this is actually relatively new for me to making this kind of video format, so hope you all like it. And if you'd like to share your top 5 heroes, let me know in the comments below. I like to read them whenever I have time. Anyways, see y'all next time. And also, today's my birthday, so yeah, I don't really want to talk about this again. I already mentioned this in the community post, but anyways, this is actually my birthday gift to all of you. And keep an eye out for more of video like this in the future. There'll be 2 more editions later on. So, anyways, see y'all next time.